The timing of periods begins in the brain. A small but powerful region called the hypothalamus controls the entire process by sending signals to the pituitary gland, which acts as the body's main hormone control center. Once activated, the pituitary gland releases important reproductive hormones into the bloodstream, starting a precise communication system between the brain and the reproductive organs. These hormones travel through the blood vessels toward the ovaries. The strength and timing of these signals play a key role in determining when the reproductive system begins to activate. This internal signaling system works very carefully, and even small differences in timing can influence when periods start. When these hormones reach the ovaries, they stimulate small structures called follicles. These follicles begin to grow and produce estrogen, which is the main hormone responsible for initiating reproductive development. As estrogen levels rise, the body begins preparing for the menstrual cycle. The uterus responds to this increase in estrogen by building its inner lining, known as the endometrium. This lining gradually thickens in preparation for a normal cycle. The speed of this process depends directly on how strongly and how early the hormonal signals are being sent from the brain. In some cases, the brain sends stronger and earlier hormonal signals. This leads to faster activation of the ovaries and earlier estrogen production. Because of this, the uterine lining develops sooner and the menstrual cycle begins at an earlier age. In other cases, the signals from the brain are slower or weaker. This delays the activation of the ovaries, causing estrogen production to begin later. As a result, the uterine lining takes more time to develop, and periods start later than usual. Hormonal stability also plays an important role in this process. If hormone levels fluctuate or signals become inconsistent, the coordination between the brain, ovaries, and uterus can be affected. This may lead to uneven development of the uterine lining and variations in the timing of the menstrual cycle. Once the communication between the brain, ovaries, and uterus becomes stable and balanced, the system begins to work in a regular pattern. The menstrual cycle becomes more consistent over time, showing that the internal hormonal system has fully synchronized.